Dear Innovation Gatekeepers, you give millions of innovators false hope and you continually let us down. How do you think us innovators will respond? We are the voice of global innovation. We make up just 2.5% of the population, but we are the ones that define it. Please hear us. The future of humanity is depending on us, so help us succeed. In 2010, I started working on developing the open startup paradigm. The open startup paradigm is a way to remove all the systemic challenges that currently face innovators. Challenges like access to capital, challenge like access to talent, and challenges like developing your idea, your company, your talent into successful business. You can watch my talks on that because for the last 5,000 years, less than 1 in 1,000 pre-seed startups basically being ideas in startups that have generated less than 100,000. So obviously over time, that's that amount, right? Whatever was needed became seeded, and seeded is basically they get to their private placement. They've raised 2 million plus in funding or net profits because net profits can be applied. Like I said, I spent the last 2 years working on a new framework to transform the 5,000-year-old paradigm from success equals access to capital. You sometimes hear it being success equals funding plus the right team plus the right market conditions, but really capital defines the team, defines the market conditions. Into success equals validated idea. That is what we're seeking to do, and you can watch my talk on that. You see, I don't know if you know, but Nikola Tesla, probably the most important innovator of the 20th, 21st century, was fired from his own company because his board thought his vision of the alternating current, the thing that powers everything today, was crazy. IBM, the largest software company at the time, could not see the value of software and gave Bill Gates the license, which made him a billionaire. And even Atari and Hewlett Packard could not see the value of the PC. Why? Because all of these things lay outside of their paradigm. And ultimately, when you can't see something, you can't know it. Innovators see new markets. We see new paradigms. And there is an event coming called the end of growth, which is bigger than climate change, which was forecasted over 40 years ago. And it's very important that we bring about innovation so that way we don't need funding gatekeepers or innovation gatekeepers from launching the innovation that's needed. It's simple as that. And it's taken 40 years for the end of growth to cross the chasm from an innovation stage to now it's starting to become an early stage paradigm, and it will over the next 2 to 3 years. The open startup basically allows anyone to change the world. It allows anyone to be a Bill Gates or a Jobs. And ultimately, if we don't bring it about, we're not going to be able to impact the changes and bring about the changes needed to slow the end of growth paradigm. I mean, do you want that? I mean, are you willing to take the gamble that that paradigm isn't real? Because it could mean the end of us, the end of our life, because as we know it, as we see it, the kind of culture, the kind of life that you have today is going to end. It's not going to be the same if it's true. And the thing is, you can only see it if it's there, right? If you're in it, because that's how we've evolved. We deal with the challenges in front of us. That's our evolution ability. So what are we going to do? Can we bring about the change? Are we willing to? Is it really happening? Are you willing to gamble? These are things that you need to consider because the next step is yours.